Joining me now is one of the captains of the 2022 New York Football Giants, Julian Love. First of all, Julian, congratulations. I know it's been about a week since that was announced. How does this feel, being one of the captains on this team?
It was good. It feels really great to be a leader on this team, be acknowledged as a leader on this team. I've been through the highs and lows so far these past 4 years, and so it's nice to have that under my belt.
And being voted as a captain, not just by your teammates on defense, but also by your teammates on special teams, getting love from both categories. I have to say, one of the most impressive special teams moments I've seen is you coming in when Graham Gano goes down and just immediately holding for Jamie Gillen with no practice. How did that work out?
I don't know, honestly. I'm really close with Casey Kreider, our long snapper. I'm close with Jamie and Graham Gano, so I'm in the special teams room with them a lot, talk to them, and so really it came down to a comfort level with me. They could have picked a lot of other people. You typically a quarterback is the guy, but since he's left, either they went against everything they've learned, and so I was picked for the opportunity. And yeah, I think my game, for those who've watched it, is a game of going hard on special teams, going hard on defense, and that's why I feel like I got votes for both.
Well, also, though, to your point, he's a lefty kicker, Jamie is, and there's so much nuance and so much difference. I mean, how do you even process all of that in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, so thankfully I had no knowledge base of knowledge for that. So, I didn't know how a righty is supposed to be held. So I just learned from, ground zero, whatever, and learned it. A few snaps at halftime, a few on the sideline. I was good to go.
There you go. The more you can do right here, just kind of learning it on the fly. I mean, versatility has been a key word in your game throughout your career on defense, on special teams. I mean, you've played corner, you've played safety. Now in Wink's defense, you play a little linebacker, all that kind of stuff. I know that's been really a point of pride for you, but how do you kind of manage and switch throughout all the different areas in which you're expected to perform?
Yeah, it's been tough at times. I feel like, like people say, pressure or stress always isn't a bad thing, and I have felt under pressure to get things right. And so that has pushed me to really lock into learning, doing the extra things like this, with Wink and the new things I've been doing. I've been getting a lot of extra time just to get that going and just really be perfect as I can be doing it. And that goes back to high school. I was playing linebacker and all over the place in high school. As a kid, I just think of that as what a football player is. Yeah. Someone who's not, locked down on one thing, but someone who can do a lot in the field and just play the game of football. And so that's kind of how I identify.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like you and I were talking about the U.S. Open a little bit earlier today. Billie Jean King has this quote, "Pressure is a privilege." You seem like someone, do you thrive under pressure or do you just kind of navigate it?
I would say I thrive under pressure. I think, when you're locked in, when the going is tough, you want somebody who can step up. I feel like I've always been that for this team. And so, yeah, that's just something, like you said, pressure is a privilege.
Pressure's a privilege. Now, going into week one, heading out to Tennessee, Wink Martindale was effusively praising Derrick Henry. This man is an incredible talent. How do you even begin to stop him?
Yeah, I'll say it's a collective effort.
Yeah.
I would say, he's one of the best backs in the league, past few years for sure. And he's special for a reason. And so it's going to take all of us. We play a team game. We play an aggressive game, and so that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us being physical, flying around fast, and working as a unit. Don't leave your man hanging. Obviously, with that guy at running back.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, looking at the differences, a lot of differences in this coaching staff on this roster going into this season. What do you think Giants fans are going to notice is the biggest difference in this Giants defense this season?
Yeah, I would say first and foremost, just the identity is really different. This year, we're getting into the realm of they're reacting to us, and we're not going to just wait for anything. We're going to go attack on defense, and that's the biggest difference. And along with that, you'll see, it's a different guy, it's a different play style. In different situations, you're going to get different calls, and that's what Wink does. He brings in his flavor, and he's unapologetic about it.
What's your relationship been like with Wink so far?
It's been really great. I got to know him pretty well real soon. He's a guy who early on told me that he's holding he told me and a few others that he's holding us to higher standards.
Okay.
Because of what he expects from us and what he's seen the years prior. It's been great to get to know him as a person. Because then once you know that, you build off of him and you understand how he calls it, why he calls it, and just the whole concept of his game.
And that trust in one another is kind of important too.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned he holding you to a higher standard. Is that kind of like a little badge of honor for you?
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, you've been here the past few years with me and my journey. It's been crazy. It's been quite a ride. A lot of different roles, and so for him to say that and for him to believe that, you know, just it reaffirms my confidence in myself.
Yeah.
To really take that next step and be that guy for this defense.
Captain Julian Love, thank you so much for taking the time today. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.